What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with a little playthrough. I thought we'd take on the Skoda Tour of Luxembourg, and firstly a massive shout out to the one and only MRay99 for developing this beautiful stage race for us in PCM. And it's a very fun parkour this year. We have hilly stages left, right and centre, one for the sprinters, one time trial and a massive final stage on the fifth stage to really decide the GC. Start list wise, it's pretty stacked to be fair. Quite a few riders using this as a build up to the World Champs. We have Mark Hirschi, Juan Ayuso here as well for UAE. Joao Almeida at the time of recording this has won the first stage of the race as well. We have Benoit Cosnefroy, he's in really good form at the moment. Gaudu is here, Pino is here, Caleb Ewan is here as well. You can see some other guys, Balcom Mollema. I know Nairo Man is also at the race. And yeah, it's a very strong start list in general with our Uno X boys here as well. But why not guys, let's go for it. I have decided to take the worst team according to PCM on the start list and the only Luxembourgish team as well, Leopard Pro Cycling. I heard Carlson Curbit call it Leopards. Anyway, I'm going to call it Leopard in this video. You can see our squad. It's not the best on paper. I've heard of a few of these guys. I know Jan Mas, probably our GC rider, but I'm talking GC. If we get a top 10, it would be an absurdly good result. We have a young sprinter as well from Germany, Teutenberg. I haven't heard of him before, but yeah, I think our aim is going to be get a stage win with this team, and if we do that, it would be beyond successful. So stage one is a little punchy finish. Like I said, it was Joao Almeida who won it in real life. Let's see if he can repeat that in game. Yikes, it's an absolute stinker of a first race day for us. Jan Mas gets a -1. Kluckers as well, who's a fairly good rider, potentially our GC rider as well. Should I try and place him in the breakaway, or maybe Mobak on a +2 day is better suited to today's breakaway, as we have Uno X and Anton Sharmek already attempting to join the group. So we do have one rider in the current breakaway. I'm trying to get Mobak up the road as well. Would be perfect to have two riders in this first stage breakaway because lots of KOM points available today, and that would be a great goal I think for the team to try and get hold of that jersey. But sadly, that group were unable to bridge to the front of the race, so we only have the original 4 riders here. We have Garcia, a good climber, Vergada, not as good climber, more of a ruler, and then Anton Sharmek, a really good puncher as well. So taking that KOM jersey today I think is going to be a massive challenge, but we're going to give it our best shot. So we have 1,000 meters just over that to go. Let's ramp this up to maybe 90 right here. There goes Vergada. Here's going on the attack. Let's maybe put in a massive attack right now with Kluckers if we can, but Sharmig and Garcia, they're just too punchy for us. We are going to get third place here, but yeah, this is going to be a challenge. So again, it is Anton Sharmig sat on our wheel. This time we have absolutely no chance. We have to probably try and force this a little earlier. Let's put Kluckers up to 95, but I've surely just burnt myself out here. I believe we have a big fall behind because Vincenzo Nibali has gone down. Let's put in a big attack if we can. I think we're just going to get third, or are we going to have to settle for fourth? We do get third place, but let's take a look at that big crash behind because, like I said, Nibali involved. We have Kobe Gosens, Cataneo as well. I think they'll be okay. Another fall on this absolutely treacherous stage right now. Marivan Savonen has gone down, and now we have an HC climb, which is 20 points compared to 16. A lot of points available for all of these climbs. Let's try and come to the front of this group if we can, but I think we'll struggle with that. But no, we have passed Anton Sharmig on the inside, coming to the 1k to go banner. There goes Garcia trying to go. There goes Vergada. I'm going to try and get in his wheel. I think we can follow him a little better. Let's settle into this position. Almost perfect right now for Kluckers. Can we come around Vergada? Can we come around any of these guys again? It's Garcia versus Sharmig. I'm afraid we cannot compete for that KOM jersey. So we give it a go from the breakaway. We have now been reeled in though. Let's focus on trying to keep some riders just hanging in there in the GC. So we're now on the penultimate climb of the day, and you can see just our level right now. The World Tour teams attacking past us. We're just trying to cling on to the group. Honestly, if we get a top 10 in the GC, it would be magical. Alright, 5k to come. Trying to keep Mass and Heidemann in position. I think we can just about cling on to the front of the race. So that is positive. We're not in position for any type of stage result though. So I think the best we can do, like I said, is just trying to cling on to the front of the race rather than trying to compete with these guys for stage victory. Is there a wheel I can snag? I can see Mark Hirschi. Let's try and take his wheel with one of our riders. There is Atia Volta, Joao Almeida as well. Can Mas get there? No, he cannot. There goes Nibali as well. Heidemann is struggling. Mass is struggling, but he is still to the front of the race. There is Benoit Cosnefroy as well. Can I jump in his wheel? Yes, we can. 1k to go. Let's sprint. Here goes Mass to the line. He got himself in a great position, to be fair. We don't have the kit to come around. Benoit Cosnefroy and Caleb Ewan is going to win the stage. Wow, I did not expect him to be here. It was Joao made a second and Hershey in third. And to be fair, Jan Mass, I think it is going to get a top 10 result. Let's go. You know what? On those race days, we definitely take it. We couldn't get ourselves in the KOM jersey. We did become close? No, not really, but we're 20 points behind Johan Garcia. And next up, a much more difficult stage. We have some big climbs coming up. I think we take on the Côte d'Echdorf 3 times, so this is going to be an interesting one. Oh yes, we get the race day today. Jan Mass in the top 10, and he gets a +2 day, taking him to 75 hill on the stage. Can we get Kluckers in the breakaway again? Would be ideal, but proving to be difficult to get to the front. So we are up the road, but right now the pace is on. I don't think De Koning and the big World Tour teams want 9 or even 8 riders up the road. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to stay here. So that group were reeled in. If we can roll across the line in first place at this KOM, that would be pretty massive for us and take us right to the top of the standings. I think almost, yes, 4 points behind Garcia, but still no breakaway forms. Again, we're trying to follow some moves into the breakaway. We have a minute on the peloton this time, but a group of 7 chasing us down with some very good riders. Marcus Ulgaard, you're not going to be allowed in the breakaway, my man. Surely you're too good for that, but yeah, we are killing Kluckers trying to get in the group. I guess the question is, can we hold on for any KOM points at the top of this climb, which would take us into the provisional lead of the KOM competition. You can see these guys, Vakoc, Harada, they are gone up the road. We'll have to settle for 4th place ahead of Cyril Bart. We'll wait for him and see where we are in the competition, because I think this breakaway has gone. And yes, we have taken the lead ahead of Garcia, but I don't think we're going to be in this group. You can see these guys are dropping us. I've been fighting to get onto this breakaway group for so long, literally since I last saw you guys, and we just cannot get there. It is so frustrating. Is this the moment we finally bridge over? But we're completely done. I think we're just about on the back, are we? According to the game, we're still not there. This is ridiculous. So I've accepted now that getting to that breakaway is not going to happen, as ridiculous as it is. But we are still ahead of the peloton, which does mean we can take some KOM points, extending our lead pretty substantially, up to 64 now, a 12-point buffer. Oh, and look at this beautiful section of Luxembourg. Emre99, the man. Thank the man, guys, in the comments. What a man he is. He does so much for the community with regards to stage making in particular. Kluckers, you can see some way behind the breakaway now, and we may even be caught by the peloton on this absurdly steep climb, up to 16% almost. Nope, we will be able to hold on for more points, and that is crucial, adding to our tally even further. Let's check how much our lead has grown to right now. 72 to 56 to Cyril Bart, who is up the road. But that should be it for the KOM points for now, but plenty more coming up actually. That sprint sign hid them, so I think we'll lose the jersey again. So it's been a pretty selective stage yet again, not described by Jakob Marexo being dropped, but plenty of riders have been dropped here. You can see Uno X rider is behind as well, but still 100 riders in the group, and Mass is our man to watch at this point in the stage. We are about to approach the Côte d'Echdorf for the first time. It's very steep. Oof, we needed this plus day because the Côte d'Echdorf is absolutely huge. My oh my, this is going to be a difficult day for us. Caleb Ewan already struggling in the leader's jersey. Yikes, and Anton Sharmig is dropped. If he's dropped, this is going to be a difficult day because we have plenty more of the day to go. Was that Nairo Quintana right at the back of the group, or was it his brother? It's Nairo Man right at the back for some reason. Leopard Pro Cycling on the front of the Côte d'Echdorf. Things you absolutely love to see and things you didn't expect to see this morning, that's for sure. By the way, Kluckers has a 4-point lead in the KOM jersey. He just about is still there. Are these attacks going off? No, not at this stage, but yeah, Kluckers is in the jersey just. So Caleb Ewan is still here before the final ascent of the climb. I cannot believe he'll be there by the top of the climb, that's for sure. We're seeing attacks prior to the climb. Godu, Cosnefroy, surely wasting energy. We're trying to hold position here without spending too much energy, but 4k to go. That is proving to be be somewhat of a challenge. Here we go. So we've entered the Côte d'Eschdorf. It's Anthony Togi on the front. Cosnefroid Gaudu have gone clear. So clearly not a waste of time. I was very wrong right there. Heideman's going to try and set his own rhythm to the top at maybe 88. Try and stay in contention because he can time trial. So maybe he could even be our best GC option. But the best option for the stage is Jan Mas. That is for sure. But up the road, I think David Gaudu is going to win stage 2 of the Tour of Luxembourg. It would seem that way. Anyway, let's sprint for the line with both of our guys at the front of the race. David Gaudu is going to win. He lifts his arm in the air, takes the lead of the race as well. Sprinting for third behind Benoit Cosnefroid, I think it will be Davide Formulo, and we're in the group behind. We haven't quite made the cut with the very elite GC guys, but you can see the riders we're with. It's not too bad a company, in my opinion. Oh yes, you love to see it. We do lose time in the GC, 41 seconds, with Heidemann as well, Miguel Heidemann, who could be our best option, to be fair, if he's finishing on the same time as Jan Mas here, due to the time trial coming up. But the important thing today is not the GC. Arthur Kluckers is in that KOM jersey. I don't know how, we just about have it though. And the best chance for the sprinters is up next, that's for sure. There it is then, the beautiful KOM jersey, and I guess we have no option but to try and join the group again with Kluckers to maximise our points in this short stage race. Teutenberg, I think his day was today, but it's not the best race day. To be honest, I think we'll be sprinting with Mas, if we can live with the sprinters, which, let's be real, I don't think we'll be able to. And the breakaway has gone. Lovely stuff. RD, Urbano and Torsten Trainer here. None of them, I think, have a single KOM point. That is just perfect that none of our competitors are here as well. And I must say, the breakaway have been given a fair lead here. 7 minutes, rarely seen on PCM these days. Let's make sure we're not getting out of position ahead of the KOM. Here we go then. These guys are going to try and fight us for the KOM sprint, sadly, and I don't think we're going to compete really. We're just going to have to pick up the backup points. Third place again for us, so at least we get something. Next one then, Urbano going for the line. Can we outsprint these guys? I think RD and Torsten Trainer are going to be too strong for us here. We can't even beat Urbano. It's 4th place for our Kluckers, but they're points nonetheless. I mean, 4th place, you get 8 points here. Ready to go again. Here goes RD. Can we follow? I mean, just holding his wheel is an impossible task for Kluckers at the moment, and again, it's going to be nothing better than 4th place and 8 more points. So again, I think we're going to have to settle for 3rd place here, but 10 more points, 110 points, that makes it. So even though we haven't come close to winning a KOM today, we've gone from 72 to, I'm pretty sure, 110 points. That's a pretty fine outing. And oh my word, I can't really believe it. We've been dropped from the breakaway and suddenly there's been a huge slowing of the tempo in the main peloton, so we need to make sure we're staying here. Let's try and relay in ourselves, I guess, for the moment. 1 minute is the gap to Train and RD at the front. Could they hold on? We do actually have a split, 54 riders at the front of the race. This is pretty sizable and a pretty destructive day so far, potentially. We need to stay in position as well because the guys at the front are still ahead. I'm pretty sure we're not the main sprinters. I don't know why we're chasing Torsten Train and RD so hardly, but it's such a shame to have been in the breakaway and now to be losing out on the chance to sprint for stage victory. Anyway, let's go with Jan Mas. You can see RD and Train, they're going to win it, I'm pretty sure, into the final kilometre. RD is done, Train is done as well. Are they going to be caught? Yes, they are. It's heartbreak for the breakaway, and Caleb Ewan picks up his 2nd stage of the race, but we get a top 5 place, almost bonus seconds as well, and that is why we chased. Oh, our best result of the race so far. It's the top 5, almost the podium as well. Look at the riders around us. Kirsch, Cocker, Caleb Ewan, and we have 64 sprint, but somehow we're mixing it up with the big boys in the sprint, I guess. We did have some splits today. Doesn't seem anything massive though in the GC bar Jakob Marexo, one of the GC favourites being drops. And our lead in the KOM competition now is pretty substantial. That is just lovely to see. One of the main GC days up next then, a 25km TT. This is where the likes of Joao Almeida could really assert their GC challenge. For us, it's about losing as little time as possible and hopefully being in with some kind of chance for the final stage. So Kluckers is by far our best time trialist on course so far, and he is 2nd actually at that first split, but we do have a massive time by Kamil Gradek at the moment. Here he comes then into the final meters, trying to use all of that red, almost perfect. It is a pretty solid 3rd for the moment. Miguel Eiderman gets his TT underway, and this is of course going to be crucial in the GC. Let's take one last look at it actually briefly, because we are 51 seconds down. Lots of riders, as you can see, 51 seconds down as well. So a lot still to play for in this race. But above us, we have the likes of De La Cruz, Mollema, Nibali is here, Latour, Hershey further ahead with Joao Almeida. I'm pretty sure Almeida will be able to overhaul Cosnefroid and Godzu today. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because this is going to look very different by the end of the stage. So Heidemann is coming to the first split. I think that was Harry Sweeney with the best time so far. Heidemann, a fairly good time trialist, and it's a very good first time, 15 seconds down on Ben O'Connor. This is very promising. And unfortunately for Yamas, who is getting underway, it's a -3 day. That is pretty much going to put pay to his GC chances. What a shame. So with that in mind, let's focus on Miguel Heidemann coming into the final kilometre of his TT challenge, up to 99 across the line, timed almost perfectly. It's 10 seconds down on Harry Sweeney. What an effort from Heidemann today. Oh my word, this gives us a chance, you know, of a really good result. Just to see the damage with mass, let's check. It's going to be 2 minutes 40 entering the final stage. Chavez did almost catch him on the line. Oh, that is embarrassing. But this is where we start to see the elite GC riders. Pierre Latour already in a good position overall, and he takes the best time so far as well. Bauke Mollema is next, a pretty well-rounded rider. He goes into the top 10. David De La Cruz, another pretty good time trialist as well, top 5 for him. And notably, it looks to be a pretty poor time for Mark Hershey. Maybe they should focus on Davide Formulo, who gains almost 15 seconds to Hershey in the TT, but Joao Almeida, I'm pretty sure, is he going to win the time trial? Yes, he is, 5 seconds ahead. Cosnefroid and Godzu, they're going to be nowhere. And actually, let's see the damage. Benoit Cosnefroid is going to be so far down. He loses almost 2 minutes, and Godzu, to be fair, I think this is a pretty valiant effort for Godzu. Let's see him across the line. If he can get top 20, that's a good result. Not quite, 1 minute 21 down. Very interesting stage. We get a top 15 with Miguel Heidemann. It's a very good time for the 23-year-old. It puts him 13th place overall. If we can just get a top 10, that would be fantastic. Of course, an absolute shocker for Jan Mass. He's a pretty poor time trialist, to be fair. 3 minutes down for him, but David Goddu down to 12th place, and the GC is very well shaken ahead of the final Queen stage. And here it is, heading into Luxembourg. Lots of climbs, lots of short hills. Let's see what happens. Away we go then. So number 1 goal today is trying to defend the KOM jersey with Klukas. So we'll follow some attacks up the road, make sure we join today's breakaway. Number 2 goal, try and hold on to a good position in the GC with Miguel Heidemann. And after that, if we can challenge for the stage, it would be absurd, but it would be very nice. So we do have 2 riders currently in the breakaway. I think if we can take some decent points here with Klukas, it would be a giant step towards securing that KOM jersey. Very early in the stage, of course, we have some Burgos riders trying to challenge us. We'll try and attack them, try to show some dominance. We haven't won many KOM sprints, and it's not going to happen here, I don't think, but some good points nonetheless. Okay, and what's happened is that a dangerous group has joined us up the road. Ben King, Houligaard again, we have Vakoc here as well, so we're not going to tempo in this group. I'm pretty sure actually the peloton will not allow this if they can catch them. They're struggling for the moment. Alright, so it seems the breakaway is slowly starting to reform. Mobak and Klukas are joining it for us. We need to catch this strong group up the road though. Houligaard is here. He is 2 minutes down in GC. Probably gives the breakaway no chance. Yeah, at this point, following Marcus Houligaard is actually impossible. Yeah, this man is too strong to be in this breakaway. He's going for a solo victory right now from this group, it seems. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty selective day with this start. Again, have to say, this stage race is made absolutely beautifully by Emre99. Massive props to him. And yeah, the breakaway have little chance still. 2 minutes up the road for the guys. I'll tell you what, following Marcus Houligaard is not fun. I can see why he's so OP in the Uno-X career save. Look at this. He's just dropping everyone again from the breakaway group. Okay, and now we have some very strong winds. 30 kilometers per hour. Surely that isn't going to play a massive role in this race and throw another spanner in the works. Houligaard, you can see, still up the road all by himself. Everyone else in the breakaway has now been caught. And so we are now on this final little circuit around Luxembourg. The amount of hills here is actually absurd, and this -2 day for Heidemann is not going to be very good for our GC hopes, I'm afraid. I'm trying to work for Heidemann, but guys, I think it could be useless. You know, 18k to go. I'm really trying to save energy in the downhills, but it's the -2 day, and the 65 hills is is really making this difficult. Nonetheless, I have managed to come to the front of the group, and there goes David Gaudu, there goes Cosnefroy, Hershey, Train, Chavez as well. Can we jump in this wheel? I don't think so, but we can stay somewhat to the front. Okay, this is fairly promising. 12k to go. Everything slows and comes back together then. Jan Mass is to the front. Heidemann is struggling so much. We still have 73 riders here. Only 9k to go. Can we hold on for that top 15 in the GC? Because I don't think we're moving up. Down to 56. Heidemann, you can see, has lost all of his yellow bar. 53 riders are here. We have attacks now. I'm not going to try and follow. I don't think Cosnefroy, Champoussin, Lassaur. Hopefully they're going to spend all their energy in the downhill section we have coming up. We have somehow made it into this front group of the race. We need to sit up now into this descent. We need to rely on Joao Almeida, who is in this group as well. Somehow he has been caught behind, I think, and blocked off by us. Only 3k to go. This is it then. This is where the race is going to be decided. We're not going to be winning the stage. We're not going to be getting that pretty ambitious objective, I believe, of trying to win a stage of this race. Heidemann is going to go at the back at the last, and hopefully he's not going to lose too much time in the GC. Jan Mass is going to struggle as well at the finish line. Who's going to take it today? It's a mad rush for the line. Mark Hershey wins here at the Tour of Luxembourg. Gaudu finishes second place again. A very strong ride by him. Almeida, I think, is going to win the overall. Jan Mass was here just about, and Heidemann is going to lose some time. And where does that place us in the GC? Pretty crazy race then here in Luxembourg. Jan Mass with a solid final stage. You can see Heidemann did just about lose time in the end, 37 seconds. We beat Nairo Quintana, and we beat Juan Ayuso though, so who's the real winner right there? Meaning in the GC, we dropped to 17th place. Such a shame we couldn't hold that top 15, which would have been, let's be real, a fair achievement for the team. But we did take home the KOM jersey as well as a top 5 place on a stage. So if you'd offered me this at the beginning of the race, I'd probably have taken it reluctantly, but I'd have taken it nonetheless because we cannot simply compete with these World Tour teams. But I enjoyed the challenge, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, drop a sub as well if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.